Good morning, friends. I'm back. I wanted to come on and share part 2 of what to do with white paper scraps. I have a few more ideas that I may actually post in a part 3 video, but for now, I thought I would do a quick little shortcut. So one of the most obvious ways to use white paper scraps is to use them for something that's white. For example, daisies. So I actually have my Tim Holtz daisy punch, and this is the Tim Holtz leaf punch. And I go through and punch a couple of these, and then I actually use this negative space for the leaves. And you can get quite a few of them out of a couple of scraps, actually. And basically, you layer them something like that. And then you can either add a gem in the middle, or if you've got little small circle punches, you can do that. And add a couple of leaves behind it, and off you go. So I'm going to put a few of these together, and I'll show you another idea after this. Another kind of obvious way to use white leftover cardstock is to make snowflakes. It is summer where I am right now, so I don't have a need for snowflakes, but if you have any snowflake punches or dies, then white cardstock is your best friend. As I said in the previous clip, it's actually spring where I am, it's not summer, so I ended up using some smaller snowflake punches here than the one that I originally had in my hand, but same idea. Flowers and snowflakes. Great way to use white paper scraps. Another fantastic way to use white paper strips specifically is to get out your edge punches and create some interesting edges, and then you can use them to decorate a 4x6 journaling card or create a border. And these are 2-inch strips. These are 2x6-inch strips, so I basically created my own 4x6 card, and then this little white border covers the seam between where the two different patterns meet. And nobody would be the wiser. Similar to the idea of using up white paper strips, you can create your own branding strips using washi and very thin strips of white paper. I know if you're anything like me, your washi sits in a drawer unused, and so it starts to lose its stick. So sticking it on a white paper strip makes it an easy way to use it, and you could easily do something like this. course, a lot of the strips of white paper are a little bit big, so you'd have to cut this white edge here off. But yeah, super cute. Very easy. And you're making use not only of your scraps, but of your washi. Another really cool idea is to heat emboss using a stamp and then watercolor. I'll show you that. I ended up really happy with the way these turned out, but I think the flowers that I did with the gold embossing are definitely my favorite. I should really be doing more embossing. It's just one of those things I tend not to think of because it's a little bit more time consuming than just regular stamping. But I should really be doing more of it for sure. Like, just look at how pretty those are just by themselves. The really good thing about doing this kind of embossing is that when you color or paint, in my case, it helps trap the paint where you put it. Look at how pretty those are. These are just Michael's watercolors. They're nothing fancy or expensive, and I've had them for years. So I'm just plunking the paint there, and the embossing helps keep it trapped so it doesn't bleed out past the edges, and that's kind of the way it goes. The cameras took a little bit longer because I wanted to change the colors a little bit more, and the details in the cameras are a little bit more fine, but you get the idea. I ended up fussy cutting these off camera, and I don't think you actually end up seeing them at the end of the video, but if you do this, pick something that's very easy for you to fussy cut out, and it'll make life a lot easier. So I finished painting these off camera, and some of them aren't 100% dry yet, but super pretty. All right, so these are just a few more ways to use up your white paper scraps. Go ahead and raid your scrappy bin and use them up. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.